Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today I am going to start the series of 10 best games from the players from the past. So today we are going to look at the game between Mikhail Tal and his opponent, very strong opponent. So as you all know, Mikhail Tal is from Cuba, a very strong player, sacrifices is his identity. He started the game with e4. E4 is known as to be the very sharp opening, and Mikhail Tal is a player who loves to sacrifices his material, and that's why he played the move e4. D4 is very solid approach. He started the move with e4, and opponent played c5. So here white gone for the main line, the main open Sicilian, and which is after d4 to capture on d4, knight takes d4. This is the main line of Sicilian. Everybody plays this line, and after few moves, this is known as to be the one of the biggest crossroads. You know, there are three types of position that you can occupy. By black, you can go for a6, which is very popular opening so far, which is known as knight off variation. This is known as the e6 move, known as to be the Scheveningen variation, and the move g6, which is known as the dragon variation. So his opponent played the dragon. So dragon right now, due to modern computers, it's a refuted opening, and engine already shows this as +1 for white. After the move g6, white played the move bishop e3. So this is the usual setup that you should know whenever your opponent gone for the move g6. You play your bishop to e3, you play f3, queen d2, long castle, and you start the attack on the king by g4 and h4 pawns. And what black is going to do is he will place his bishop to g7, he will go short castle, he will play the knight to c6, bishop to d7, queen to a5, rook to c8, and he will go with the a6, b5, or also he can also go for b5, which is known as the Chinese dragon, if I'm not wrong. Here, as you all know, this bishop is known as to be the very important bishop, and we trade this bishop only with the bishop on g7 by going queen d2 and bishop h6. But if white is too tempted to take it right now by the move knight to g4, it's actually a serious mistake due to the move bishop b5. This is known as to be the very common opening trap, and after bishop b5, black can't block this check by bishop d7 due to queen takes g4, and you are simply a piece of it. So that's why the best move for black is to go bishop g7, and here we can go, we can wait and go something like a3 to again hope for a trap like g4 bishop b5, because black can simply move the king to f1. That's why we go f3 stopping knight g4 ideas. Black played knight to c6, and we go queen to d2. Bishop d7 happened on the board, and long castle. So here actually black made his first inaccurate move. Here black could have simply gone short castle, played his rook to c8, queen to a5. Again, I already told you the attack on the queen side, but instead he immediately gone for queen a5. So this is not at all a bad move, but you don't have to be hasty. You have to be calm in a chess game. After queen a5, in such positions, usually it is a tiny little move which you should make. It is very important move, and that's the move king to b1. So what's the reason of this move? First of all, our knight is protecting this pawn on a2, and it's kind of lonely. It's kind of you can say not well protected. But after the move king b1, it's well protected, and our knight on c3 is ready to move. And in most of the cases, if white let's say goes short, black let's say goes short castle, we can place our knight to d5, and there is the line of queen d2 and knight takes e7 check. Usually happens when there is not knight to c6. So let's say if the knight is on d5, usually after short castle there is the move knight d5. It's a very interesting looking trap. But after the move king b1, black won for the move, usual looking move rook c8, nothing special right now, and white started that attack with the move g4. After the move g4, black hesitated, and he made again a small error by going h6. Why h6 is a bad move? Okay, usually there are two ways that you can stop an attack. You can stop by defending it, or you can stop by counter attacking it. And this is a position where you have to counter attack. You don't have to stop it. because if you try to stop it, white's attack is flawless. Like, he can go h4, rook g1, and lot of pieces are there. He can sacrifice one of the pieces and completely crush your king side. So after the move h6, we go with the move h4. We are going for our pawns, and here white made one more inaccurate move, black made one more inaccurate move with the move a6. He's thinking for some kind of b5 advance, but it's already too late. And here white played bishop to e2. Why? Because he wants to connect the rooks. He wants to bring one of the rooks here, again start an attack. Common developing move. And here black played with the move knight to e5. Okay, this was the position I was talking to you. Knight e5 is very interesting move. The knight wants to go to c4, trade this important bishop. Rook is want to come. The bishop is very strong. And after knight e5, what white played is very interesting. White gone for g5, traded these pieces. Pawn takes g5, pawn takes g5, and this is very usual move. So I want you to pause the video and try to figure it out. What you are going to play after rook takes h1. It's a very interesting move that Mikhail Tal played. You can pause the video. It's very interesting. Rook takes h1, and usually what human do, that he usually take on h1, and we will go for the attack. We'll go f4, f5 in future, and very calm position. This is what we are going to do, but not Mikhail Tal. Mikhail Tal is known as to be up than computers. So he took on f6 here, and you are like, what is happening here? We already lost our rook, and he is going to take on d1 again. But after rook takes d1, here Mikhail Tal showed his plan and took knight takes d1. Now as you can see, the queens are looking each other, so queen has to be taken, otherwise pawn takes g7 is possible. So queen takes d2, and here Mikhail Tal ended the game in fashion by taking on g7, and here g8 promotes to queen is forced, and this queen is also hanging. So Mikhail Tal sacrificed his rook on h1 as well as the queen on d2, but in return his pawn is on g7 and is promoting to the new queen, and it's already lost for black, and it's actually also a mate. So even if you make queen or rook, it's also a mate. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to like my channel and subscribe it. Meet you again in the next interesting video. Bye.